Hello, and welcome to the Saved by the Bell podcast, a podcast where two topics are debated, and once the bell rings, a third-party member comes in to help decide on a final conclusion. I'm Haley Campbell, and today I'm here with Caroline Nagel. Caroline, how are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm a little hungry, so I think it's very fitting that we're debating bread today.
Bread. Today's topic, Texas Roadhouse rolls or Red Lobster Cheddar Bay Biscuits.
I think this is a question that everyone wants to know the answer to.
Yes, and actually, it is our poll on the website.
Yes, so currently. Go vote.
Except there is another option, which is the Olive Garden breadsticks. But me and Caroline agreed that the Cheddar Bay Biscuits and the Texas Roadhouse rolls tremendously beat out the Olive Garden breadsticks. 100%. The Olive Garden breadsticks, they just more often disappoint.
Yes.
I feel like they can be stale. Yes, they are unlimited if you buy.
Yeah, you have to purchase them, I believe.
Breadsticks.
Yeah.
However, they're not the same anymore.
The seasoning is good, but they were better 5 years ago.
I know, something's different.
People used to go to Olive Garden for the breadsticks, and now it's just kind of
yeah,
they're there.
I'll get pasta. My side, I believe the Red Lobster Cheddar Bay Biscuits are superior over the Texas Roadhouse rolls.
And I disagree. Completely.
I just feel they're perfectly seasoned. The flavor, immaculate flavor.
They're immaculate flavor if you're not lactose intolerant.
Okay, but
that completely cuts out an entire group of individuals.
I'm sure you can't even go to Texas Roadhouse if you have a peanut allergy. And that's more common. You can
order out. Okay, well, we're debating the rolls here, not the peanuts.
Okay, I'm just saying, you're bringing in allergies into this, Carol.
Very true, very true. But the Texas Roadhouse rolls are always fresh. I have never, ever gotten ones that aren't fresh.
Yeah, but, I've never gotten an unfresh Red Lobster.
Oh, I for sure have. I for sure have.
But
at a certain time, they stop making them fresh, and they just give out ones that they've had.
Okay, but they still taste good even if they were stale. They're just that good of bread.
But so are the Texas Roadhouse rolls.
I don't know. It's just bread, so could you eat that stale and it still tastes good?
Oh, definitely.
There's no seasoning there.
There's honey on top. I think it honestly comes down to if you're more of a sweet person or a savory person, in my opinion.
I can say without a doubt I more enjoy savory foods.
And I think it also depends on the type of seasoning you like, because the Cheddar Bay Biscuits have a very specific seasoning that I don't think caters to as many people as a traditional roll from Texas Roadhouse does.
I don't know, though. The Red Lobster Cheddar Bay Biscuits are extremely popular. So popular that you can now buy the biscuit mix. My mom makes these Cheddar Bay Biscuits at home now.
When mother comes home from college, we get Texas Roadhouse rolls and leave them in the fridge for a week. Not a week, that sounds gross. But we re-get them.
I love Texas Roadhouse rolls. A few people at Bellwood work at Texas Roadhouse.
Yes.
And I can say, they've given me rolls, and it has always been a treat. But there's also a few people that work at Red Lobster. And I can say the excitement on my face when someone brings in
Friendsgiving or something, yeah.
Yes, Sasha Nyman.
Shout out to you, girl.
When she brought in the plate of Red Lobster Cheddar Bay Biscuits.
You could smell it in the house, yeah.
I think I ate 6 that night. I didn't even eat turkey, and it was the Friendsgiving.
Turkey is overrated anyway. But yeah.
That's not the debate, but I eat turkey.
Yeah, no, turkey is not.
I'll eat it on Thanksgiving.
That's about it. Ham is superior. Anyway.
Sorry, off topic.
But the Texas Roadhouse rolls are bigger and they're fluffier.
They're not bigger.
Yes, they are.
They are small.
No.
But that's
if you get them, they are so big and fluffy, you open it and you're just engrossed in a smell and the freshness.
Cheddar Bay Biscuits are homemade, just beautiful biscuits. Of course they're going to come in different sizes. I've gotten some big ones, some smaller ones. All your Texas
Roadhouse the consistency here, though.
Are the same size.
And I prefer that, honestly. I would rather know I'm getting a nice sized roll than maybe small, maybe too big for me to eat at once.
But how do you know how these are being manufactured? What if they're store-bought and just honey is placed on them and they're just placed in the oven? How are they all the same size?
That is a good question. I don't know how they are the same size, but they are. And it is very convenient for my liking.
But here's the thing. Cheddar Bay Biscuits do not need butter.
But they do need the other stuff that's on them. They need the cheese, they need the seasoning.
But that's placed on it for the customer. Yours, you have to put the butter on the bread.
And that just makes it superior. I mean, that would be like putting salt. That's like putting
work.
Salt on fries. Like, you kind of just need it there.
If I'm going into a restaurant, I don't want to put salt on my fries. I expect my fries to be seasoned.
What restaurant are you going to that you don't need to put salt on your fries and you expect them to be seasoned?
Texas Roadhouse steak fries? Don't defend your place and then not their fries.
Their fries are another thing that's fantastic from Texas Roadhouse. But the butter, like, some people might not like butter on them, though. Like, it's just an addition.
Okay. But Cheddar Bay Biscuits, they're just perfect and they're loved by everyone.
They're not loved by me.
Yes, they are. Don't even lie. Do not even lie.
I can only have one.
Friendsgiving, Caroline also ate like 6 biscuits.
But if these rules were at Friendsgiving, I would have devoured them. No one else would have been able to have one.
Are you sure about that?
I am 100% sure about that. I think if we would have them right now sitting in front of us, I could beat you in eating them.
Well, we know one person there wouldn't eat them.
Sorry, Zach. Don't mean to throw you under the bus, but celiac is very real. We love the carbs and the gluten.
Oh, carbs.
We could go off about carbs for hours.
The amount of bread I eat in a day.
It's undeniable.
So much bread. All
crackers.
That's... And there was the bell. Our third party member has arrived. From previous episodes, we have Zachary Miller.
Hello, pleasure to be here today.
I'm sure. Zach, today we're debating on which is better. The Red Lobster Cheddar Bay Biscuits.
Or the iconic Texas Roadhouse rolls.
Okay, she got to have a cooler intro. I didn't know we were doing that. The immaculate Cheddar Bay Biscuits, or...
the iconic Texas Roadhouse rolls.
There you go. Cynthia, your thoughts?
Well... See, I feel like my opinion's kind of obscured because I don't really go to Red Lobster that much. But I will say that every time I've had Texas Roadhouse rolls, it feels like a unique situation.
It's a unique experience, yes.
Because you can make Cheddar Bay Biscuits at your house very easily.
Yes.
And I don't know anywhere that I can remake a Texas Roadhouse roll. Because
they're just special.
Because it's like homemade dough, but like I made Cheddar Bay Biscuits.
Is it homemade?
I made Cheddar Bay Biscuits in home ec last year, and it took like 10 minutes.
Homemade?
I mean, chances are, because actually if it's undercooked, they're very doughy, and it is kind of, it's still good, but it's not as good.
So you're saying you got an undercooked Texas Roadhouse roll before?
I have before, but it's like a 1 out of every 50 rolls.
I have never experienced that, and plus it's really hard to undercook bread, I think. Like,
no, it's not.
Is it really not?
It's like, you ever see the really light colored ones? Like there's the golden brown ones, and then there's those ones that are like white.
Yeah.
Those are the undercooked ones.
But they're still good.
They're still very good.
They're still
I'm not arguing.
Perfect.
But I'm just saying that a Cheddar Bay Biscuit, I've never had that, but at the same time...
I've had overcooked Cheddar Bay Biscuits.
That's true, yeah. I've had burnt Cheddar Bay Biscuits.
Very burnt. Like, you can look underneath and it's brown.
I can't believe it. I've only had good Red Lobster biscuits. And Cynthia, you cannot deny that at Friendsgiving, when Sasha brought in the platter of Red Lobster biscuits, you ate like 10! People would have been just excited for the Texas Roadhouse rolls if someone would have brought those.
I wouldn't say I ate 10 of them, but I'd say, I did eat.
You did?
But if the Texas Roadhouse rolls were there,
I probably would have eaten 11.
You're 2-1, I think.
Well, yeah, I am, and it hurts because usually it's the girls over Zach, but today Zach has joined the majority party, and I don't like it. Zach, I now know how you
silent majority. That's why I say it.
It's not fun. It's not.
No, it's not.
It's not fun when your opinion is incorrect.
The absurd statement of saying a spoon is better than
a spoon is better. Forks are better. You should have brought me on that one. Forks are better.
I need to have Caroline as a fighting partner.
Spoon is better than a fork.
We are mom and son right here.
Denied. The amount. Okay. Go back to our past episode to learn why a spoon is better than a fork.
Or we could redo it and we can argue that a fork is better.
No, because that's not the argument.
This one right here made the argument that a spoon could cut a steak.
No.
Okay.
A dull soup spoon from our lunch cafeteria cut through a steak.
All I have to say about that is go listen to the last podcast, and you guys can like do your own analysis of that.
Yeah.
Today's the rules.
It's better than a fork. No, it's not. But anyway.
Texas Roadhouse rolls are superior, and I stand by that forever and always.
I would say that
Red Lobster, Cheddar Bay Biscuits.
Texas Roadhouse roll. The only reason they're both very good, and they're both very hot.
Yeah, I'm not denying that they're both very good.
Fields.
Yes.
Before you eat dinner rolls.
Mm-hmm.
But it gets to the point where it's like. Plus, you have to look at a Texas Roadhouse biscuit is very diverse. It's very good on its own. Like, I've eaten plenty of them by themselves.
Yes.
But then you put the butter on it.
It makes it better.
And it's even better.
Yes.
I think a Cheddar Bay biscuit would be a little bit better if they could come up with something
like
you
a
could
sauce
spread
or something
on the
to go
bottom
with
of
it. Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Okay, now would you agree?
There's already butter. You don't need to put butter on a Cheddar Bay biscuit. It's already perfect.
But how good do you think
it is seasoned and it has butter in it.
How good do you think it would be without the butter?
Doesn't
that's the recipe.
The Texas Roadhouse ones do come with like salt and stuff on them. They're just not as like overly seasoned.
Yeah,
I think it's more like a
cholesterol issue.
You don't need to put butter on a Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuit. It's already perfect.
Cynthia, let me ask you this: do you think it comes down to like whether you're more of a sweet tooth or a savory tooth? Because that's what me and Haley were discussing earlier. Because the Texas Roadhouse rolls are more of a sweeter thing because of the honey in them.
Probably, yeah.
I can agree with that because I definitely am more of a savory person.
I think it definitely depends on your taste and what you prefer.
I think another thing is too, I've had Cheddar Bay biscuits that when they've come out have not been warm, and I've never had not warm.
Okay, but
they're always fresh, exactly.
Texas, I don't know if it's
taste
fresh,
amazing even when they're not
They put them
warm.
underneath that lamp thing.
You know, I think that
toasty.
Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits taste better when they're not warm.
That is a very controversial statement.
I
don't even know how to respond to that. I disagree.
I haven't had enough. I'm not going to lie to you, I might have had 10 in my whole life.
They were warm when she first brought them.
Yeah, but we just continued eating them.
But if I stand by the fact that if there was Texas Roadhouse rolls there, we would have eaten them just as much. I guarantee you.
We'll bring both this year, and we'll put that to the test.
Okay. We will.
Oh, we're doing Friendsgiving again?
Zippy, yes, of course we're doing Friendsgiving again.
Alright, I'm sorry.
Thank you. As you should be.
Well, there's currently a poll on our website. The poll is, which is best, Texas Roadhouse rolls, Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits, or Olive Garden breadsticks, and currently there is a tie for Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits and Texas Roadhouse rolls. So if any of you would like to go to our website and complete that poll, that would be extremely helpful so we can decide on a
officially what is the best,
which is the best.
This Roadhouse rolls are not as hyped up as the Red Lobster.
Maybe you can only truly enjoy it if you're from Texas. Maybe it's a Texas thing.
Maybe it is a Texas thing. That's a.
I never thought of that.
Because I'm not from Texas.
I'm not either. I don't think so.
But we can still appreciate them.
I appreciate.
Yeah.
It's like Chinese food. Like, I appreciate the Chinese restaurant in Bellwood very much.
I agree.
But I could never say that I'm Chinese.
That's.
Are they done yet?
Aiden Taylor and Alex Taylor.
Aiden and Alex!
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to consider that as our third bell and complete the pool. Thank you, Zach.
Oh.
Thank you for siding with me.
Thank you for having me.
The correct opinion.
And that is the Saved by the Bell podcast.
Have a great day, everyone.